What is going on, everybody? I hope you're doing good today. I just want to share real quick what I do for squat mobility, all right? Lately, I've been sitting a lot more, and when you sit down a lot more, your hips get tight, your ankles get tight, so that's what I'm going to focus on today. Because I want to get back into the gym, and I want to be athletic still. I don't want to be tight and restricted because of my mobility, and you don't want to be that too, because it's gonna really slow down your results. So here, this is what I do for squat mobility. It works for me, doesn't mean it's gonna work for you, but here we go. Let's get into it. So first thing I wanna do is work on my ankles a little bit. So what I do for that, I just let my heels come off the ground while going into a squat position. So let my heels come off the ground and I go into a full squat position like this. I try to keep my torso upright like this. Let me show you on the side. And then, that's it, I just chill right here. And then I'm gonna put pressure on this leg to really put pressure on the ankle joint right here, okay? And then I'm just gonna lean on it, go back and forth, rock, back and forth like this, all right? I know a lot of people don't agree with this, but this is what works for me, okay? I know a lot of people are gonna get mad, but it's all good. You don't have to do it, okay? And then I just go and do the other side, exact same thing, okay? Full squat position with the heels come off the ground, and then I just put pressure on it, rocking back and forth like this. Really trying to unjam the joint right here is the goal of this right here. All right? Then I just go and do both sides at the same time after. Just like this. Really get the ankle warm. Because when I wake up in the morning, my ankles are super cold. I'm super restricted in my mobility. They crack, they pop, all kinds of restrictions. So this right here helps me a lot to get the ankle joint warm and to get better mobility before I actually start working out. So this is it for ankle. It's really feeling better already. Now I'm just gonna open up my hips a little bit. It's pretty straightforward, but it's gonna require a little bit of stability. So I'm gonna go on one foot like this. I'm gonna wanna open this hip up right here. So I'm gonna put it like this on the side, lift it up with my hand right here, and then push down with the other hand like this to really open up that hip. And don't be afraid to bend your knee a little bit, this knee, and then just really push down like this and pull up with this one to really open up the side of your hip right here. I just like to hold this for about 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Pretty straightforward, but it will require some stability. I remember like a month ago I started doing this variation, and my right foot, I couldn't really handle it. I would lose balance, but it's getting better. Practice, practice. Same thing with the other one, okay? So you just go on one foot, bend the knee a little bit. I'm gonna put my leg right here. I'm gonna push down on this knee and pull up with this hand. So push down, pull up, and really feel the stretch on the side of your hip right here. This feels tight. It feels like it's opening up, so that's really good. I'm just gonna hold this 30 seconds, a minute, and do it as many times as you need to. There's no sets, you know, you don't need to do this 2, 3, 4 times. You just do it as many times as you need to for yourself, for your restrictions. Everybody's different. Put your hand in front of you like this, and then we're gonna start with the left leg. Put your left leg by your left hand, like this. Chest up. Then push out with your leg with this arm. Push out, okay? While keeping your foot flat on the ground. Chest up. And then keep this back leg right here straight. I'm gonna do this side, show you the other side after. But yeah, I usually hold this for about 30 seconds to a minute. Try to keep my chest up. Try not to like let it collapse like this. Just like trying to get it up. Open it up. This feels good. It feels like it's really opening up my hips on the side. And then I'm going to do the right side. So I usually start going into a downward dog. And then right foot by my right leg. This back leg should be straight. Not collapsed, but straight like this. And then I'm gonna push out with this right right arm. And hold it for 30 seconds to a minute. Ooh. Yep, this feels good. I'm feeling much more mobile now. I'm feeling much better. My lower body was really tight waking up, especially the side of my hips. For me, it's really the side of my hips right here. So now let's test it. I'm gonna go put my feet a little bit wider than my shoulders and then just squat, just test this. Chest up, I'm gonna put my hands in front of me, go all the way down. Oh yeah, look at this. This was really hard to get into this position, and now it feels kind of natural. I really try to think when I'm in aster-grass squat, keep my chest up and really keep my feet flat. You want to keep those feet flat, okay? Not like in the beginning of the video. That was just to get better ankle mobility. Now, squat is looking better. So what I like to do, I usually go for 15 squats. Aster-grass, I really focus on keeping my feet flat on the ground and keeping a good technique, keeping everything solid. 2, 3, 4, that's easy. 5, 6, that's nothing. 7, I can't wait to get back to the gym. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then hold it and chill. But yeah, this is it for that. Feeling good. Feeling much more mobile than when I woke up, that's for sure. All right, now I'm gonna go into a deep hip flexion stretch. So let's work on the hip flexors. Like I just did, okay? Go on your knees. Put your legs about hip width, or just keep them close together, and then go all the way back, if you can. Everybody's got different limits. This might be your limit right here. Just hold it for 30 seconds to a minute. But I like to go into a full, all the way back. Hold this for 30 seconds to a minute. My right side is much tighter. I feel a really deep stretch in my right side of my hip flexor right there. Hold this for 30 seconds to a minute. As many times as you need to. Oh, fuck. Yep. Oh, that's a good deep stretch. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, that's good. Oh. Take a little break. All right. Oh, last but not least, I just like to stretch my hamstrings a little bit. What I like to do, I just keep my feet, my legs straight, and then I start with the right side. I like to not keep my knee completely locked out. I keep a little bit like this, and then I go reach for my calf and pull back, and then feel the stretch. I hold it for about 30 seconds to a minute, like always. This, by the way, is after working out. I usually just do a dynamic warm-up before working out, but this is really, really good for after training. All right, let's say that 30 seconds. And then again, I don't keep my knee completely locked out like this. I bend it a little bit just like this, and then I reach for my calf, and then I pull back and feel the stretch in my hamstring. Okay, there we go. Feeling better. Oh, much more mobile. And then you want to open up your hips even more, I like to do this right here. Spread your legs. And then you're just gonna go inside with your knee like this. Well, you want to keep your hips as neutral as possible. You don't want to go like this. You want to keep those hips as neutral as possible on the ground, and then just go back and forth like this. Oh, my hips are feeling tight, but this really helps. I usually go for about 12 reps each side with this. And then, like I said, I just do as many as I need to feel better, to feel more mobile after. If I need to do 3 sets, I'll do 3 sets. If I need to do 1 only, I'll just do 1, you know. Everybody's different. All right. Last but not least, that's very important for a squat, is knowing how to hip hinge. Believe it or not, most people don't even know how to hip hinge from their hips. They hinge from their upper back. They're like this. Most of you is like this. Don't do that, okay? Try to like bend over, but you're like this really. You're using your upper back. You want to keep that neutral. So a good trick I like to think of is I keep my feet under my hips. I bend my knees just a little bit. You see, just that, just like this. And then I really try to think of pushing my butt back. Push that ass back, okay? So look, push that ass back. And then you're gonna feel a stretch in the back of your hamstrings. And you see how my back is neutral? It's flat. It's not like this. That's probably because you're lacking hamstring mobility or flexibility. If you're always compensating with your upper back like this, that's usually a hamstring flexibility issue. So work on that, stretch those hamstrings. But what I do is just this right here. Feet under my hips, bend the knees, and then push my butt back and feel the stretch in the back of my leg. I keep my glutes tight. Everything here is really tight, okay? And then I go back up. I really force myself to keep my hamstrings tight and my glutes tight, okay? Think about it. If you don't think about that, you're gonna compensate using your lower back or your upper back, okay? And then you're gonna do a deadlift, and that's gonna go all wrong, okay? So really focus when you bend over of keeping your glutes tight and your hamstrings tight, okay? Keep that tight. And then just bend over like this. Practice that motion, let me tell you, because that's a deadlift right here. And a deadlift can really help to a squat. They're both very, very similar, believe it or not, a squat and a deadlift. So that's why I like to do that. So I hope this video helped you out, get into a better squat position. If it did help you out a little bit at least, leave a like on the video. I really appreciate that. Comment down below if you want to see more of this in the future. And I'll see you later. Take it easy, YouTube.